Hello, welcome back. It has been far too long. I've got so much to catch you guys up on, but we're going to clean up and declutter in my home today, mostly in Kinsley's bedroom. I'm finally addressing her broken dresser, cleaning out her closet, and then also tidying up around her room and organizing for her and kind of pushing that reset button. And while I do that, I'm going to tell you the craziness that has been my summer so far and why I have been absent on here for quite a few weeks now. But first, let me start by giving you an overview of what our living room was looking like. I had got this new dresser off of Facebook Marketplace, and then we had just piles of stuff that was left over from our yard sale. So I'm going to start cleaning things up in here with the dresser. I really needed to scrub it down. So on the same weekend as our yard sale, we used some of the profit to buy a new dresser off of Facebook Marketplace. And I thought that I was finding a really good deal. It was $30 and it is a 6-drawer dresser. It would fit in Kinsley's closet still, but give her a little bit more drawer space, a little more organization opportunity. It was a beautiful color and it seemed to be in really good condition. So I had been chatting with this woman on Facebook Marketplace, planned to buy it and go pick it up. I sent Derek to pick it up because he could load it into the car by himself while I stayed home with the girls. And when he came back, it was so nasty. I'm going to be showing you the cloth throughout, but I started with my Zep foaming wall cleaner and I was scrubbing everything down externally and internally in the dresser, and I was kicking myself, starting to regret making this purchase because the woman had told me that she got everything out of it and cleaned it up for me and it should be good to go when Derek got it home. But when he got it home, it was nasty, disgusting. I'm pretty sure she had cats and there was either vomit or cat pee or something, a lot of spills. It was just really gross. That's why I'm wearing gloves. I ended up having to scrub it down 3 separate times until I felt comfortable enough for Kinsley to be able to store her clothes in it. And had I been the one to pick it up, I would have told her I'm not taking this home with me unless it's $5. I need a stellar deal to bring this home because it doesn't seem sanitary or safe for my child to use it. Eventually I did start to feel better. I used the Zep foaming wall cleaner and then I went in with disinfecting wipes and then I went in with a disinfecting spray at the end. I scrubbed it down a total of 3 times, literally all surface area, the interior of the dresser structure itself, and each of the drawers. I even sanitized the drawer tracks. That's how dirty and nasty it was. But ultimately, I did feel safe using it. I got it really clean. There's no lingering smell that we've noticed, and Kinsley has been using this for the past almost 4 weeks now, and we haven't noticed any smell on her clothes. There hasn't been any nastiness or anything like that. So I think that it worked out in the end, but getting there, I was hot. I was so mad about this, feeling like I regretted it, and especially when it was taking me over an hour to get it cleaned up. I was just what did I do? Okay, so while I spend the next hour and a half of my life, but will probably be about 3.5 minutes for you guys, cleaning and sanitizing this dresser, I might as well take advantage of that time and explain to you what's been going on and where I've been, why I've been essentially completely absent from YouTube and mostly absent from all other social media. My family, we have just been going through it the last few weeks. Summer 2025 is just not made for us for some reason. I don't know what is going on, which planet is in retrograde, but it is taking a toll on my family. The craziest things have happened. So it started out like a mostly normal summer. The girls did get out of school late, so we had a late start. Typically the last day of school is the 3rd through the 6th of June, and this year they didn't get out until the 2nd week of June. So we kind of had a late start. The next week we did our family bucket list. It's an annual tradition. We always look forward to it. We've been doing it at least for the last 5 years, where we all choose a few things that we want to do in the summer, and then we blind draw 2 per week, and that typically carries us through until the start of the next school year. It's a whole ton of fun. We love to do it, so we were looking forward to that. So we did that their first week of summer, which was the 3rd week of June. The following week, we were at Chick-fil-A for dinner, the family, and some kids that Kinsley knew came in and they were like getting milkshakes or something, and the girls were excited to see each other. They played in the play place together, and we thought nothing of it. We love this girl. She's a great girl. She's a great friend to Kinsley. She was inclusive of Sawyer. They had a really good time. It seemed like a happy coincidence that they showed up. But then 2 days later, we discovered that Kinsley had head lice, and she caught it from that girl in the Chick-fil-A play place. We know for certain it was her because she had only interacted with 4 kids up until then, and she was the only one who confirmed that she did have head lice. This is all cleaned and disinfected now. It's been probably 40 minutes of me scrubbing this, but it's worth it. I feel comfortable with Kinsley touching it and putting her clothes in here now. I went ahead and wiped down all of the sides, the tops, even the backs, and inside of the drawers. So all of these drawers are completely cleaned out. They're disinfected. Ironically, like this part of them was the dirtiest. And then also all of these support pieces were really nasty, and the tracks for the drawers. I don't know. These parts right here were really gross, both inside and on the drawers, but I made sure to clean it all thoroughly and use a disinfectant so that it's safe to use now. So now that that's all done, we can bring it in here and tackle this mess. I recently decluttered all of Kinsley's clothes with her, but she just cannot keep up. The top of her dresser is always looking like this. It's hard to close these drawers, and this one completely broke. So that's why we needed to get that one anyway. It is a little bit bigger. I did some measuring, and I think it extends like 4 inches off the side of this, and it's flush. It doesn't have this little lip, so I think she'll end up with like 6 more inches of drawer space this way, and then it's divided for a little bit better organization. I couldn't get like a full length one because it would extend past where her closet door is and she wouldn't actually be able to use those drawers, so I'm hoping that this one will work out perfectly, but I do have to pull this out first, clean out behind it, and then we can bring the new one. So sorry for that kind of unnatural break. Didn't mean to leave you hanging, but getting back to the lice story. So we know for certain that this girl gave it to her because I notified all of the parents. They checked their kids. They all got back to me, and her mom got back to me the same night. She's the only child that had it, and the way her mom told me was so casual and almost humorous. I felt so angry at this parent and so sad for this girl, but her mom was basically like, oh yeah, haha, one of my kids got it 4 to 6 months ago, and I swear we've just never been able to get rid of it. And I just could not believe that she was being so casual about that, because that is child neglect. I don't care if that ruffles any feathers. Like, if you are not taking it seriously and treating it properly, and you're allowing your children to become infested with head lice knowing that they have it, that they could easily transfer it to a friend of theirs just playing in the Chick-fil-A play place, like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe they're not taking it more seriously than that, but we are taking it seriously over here. So anyway, I immediately was like triggered into a very anxious panic, because if you've ever seen Kinsley, and I know I don't share her here on video, but occasionally I do post her in my Instagram stories. So if you follow me on Instagram, you've definitely seen her. She has waist length, very thick, coarse, curly hair. So every time I have to comb through her hair, which is every day in order to properly treat this and get rid of it, it takes 3 to 4 hours to do that. And you can only do the shampoo every 7 to 9 days, but I am combing through her hair every single day. So when I say I haven't had time to do YouTube, I literally mean it. There has been no time. And I've also been treating Sawyer, my younger daughter. She did not have any bugs. She had a few eggs though, but I've been treating her the same way just to be preventative, but it has been taking up literally all of my time. This is quite a bit better. It's not ideal because these drawers can't pull all the way out. They do hit on the closet doors, but it is a really good temporary solution at least. As you can see, we've got all of these drawers packed with her stuff, and there's still extra room, which means all of her dirty laundry is very likely going to fit into here. And by the time school starts back around, I do plan on just doing like a custom closet build in here. But for now, this was a really good $30 Facebook find fix. And then if you saw my video a while back where I shared like the girls' last day of school presents, you will recognize these collapsible crates, and I decided to repurpose them here on top of the dresser to hold some personal care items. We used to have little fabric bins full of like socks and overflow items, but I think this is going to work out a lot better. Over here I have all of her lotions and then perfumes and miniature body sprays, and then right here I just have this full of like hair ties and hair clips. These are all of her hair styling products. Kinsley has very long, coarse, dry, thick, curly hair, so she needs a lot of products to tame that mane. And then this is her only hair styling tool, and it fit in here perfectly. But now this is what the rest of her room is looking like, and I'm so tempted to just leave it like this because I want to get out of here, but I know she'll appreciate it if I clean this up and get it back in order for her. There are some clothes there that need to be like hung up in the closet, and a lot of trash that needs to be thrown away, so I feel like that will be a majority of the work, and then I'll be able to organize a little better for her. Okay, so to wrap up the head lice saga, I'll just give you an update of where we currently are right now. So I think we're in the home stretch. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. We have no live bugs at all, and fewer and fewer eggs every single time that I comb through their hair. Sawyer, I think, is completely free of everything at this point. But I'm still combing through her hair just to make sure. I will not stop until I'm 100% certain. Kinsley, I think we still have another week or two of combing every single day, but it's not taking as much time, and we're definitely not finding as much, and I think that's just me being over cautious, I guess, to say that it would take that long. Realistically, probably 3 or 4 more days, but I'm going to continue doing this at least for the next 2 weeks because I do not want it to come back. I don't want it to be something we're battling for months and months and months. It has been very physically and mentally exhausting for all of us, and it has come at a little cost. Both girls did have to cut their hair. Now, I didn't shave their hair. They don't have super short haircuts or pixie cuts or anything like that. It's mostly because Kinsley's hair had a reaction to the shampoo, a chemical reaction, and the ends of her hair kind of melted together and became so matted and tangled that the comb couldn't go through it. And if I tried to force it, it would rip her hair out. So we ended up having to cut about 5 inches off of her hair because of that reaction, and Sawyer kind of cut her hair as a preventative measure and in solidarity with her sister, so we cut 3 to 4 inches off of Sawyer's hair as well. It did allow the comb to go through both of their hair a lot easier, and it cut out the amount of time, or cut down the amount of time that it was taking to comb through them, which has allowed us to keep up that stamina to continue doing this every single day. And we're just kind of making a positive out of it, and we have planned that when we are 100% sure that they are completely free of the lice, then we'll schedule a back to school cut, and they each get to pick out a new haircut and have it professionally cut and styled and all of that stuff. So we're going to call it a little spa day as a reward for making it through and getting out on the other side. But there have been some tears from all of us. There's been some frustration from all of us, and we're just all ready to put it behind us. And I'm hoping that that is very, very soon. I'm hoping that this is going to be my epic return to YouTube. I have quite a few videos that were filmed prior to this happening, including this one. So now I'm having more time to edit because it's not taking me as much time to comb through their hair. And so I'll be posting most of those this week. I think I'm hoping to have all 3 of those videos posted this week, and then we'll finish out the month strong and try to get back to my usual posting schedule by the end of the summer. But it has just been craziness with this taking up so much time and effort and mental fortitude that I just haven't been able to focus on anything else. So for anyone who's still here hanging in with me, watching this video, even interested in the update or hearing my explanation, thank you so much for having the patience and still being here to support. I could not have anticipated this happening. It has been grueling for us here, and trust me, if I could have chosen, I would not have chosen for this to happen. I would have kept consistent on YouTube and we would not be dealing with this summer. Oh, and the last update that I need to give, I bet you guys thought I was done, but that is not the only craziness that has happened. This past week, on Sunday night or Monday at 1 a.m. in the morning, someone intentionally threw a rock through our glass storm door, shattered the glass. Derek and I were still awake. We were just about to fall asleep, and so we heard it happen in real time, and we thought that like a picture had fallen in the house. So we got up, obviously, and we're looking to see what had happened, and I could hear the crackling through our front door. So I was like, I think it's our storm door. And as soon as I opened the front door, glass just started falling into the house, falling out of the house. We did call and make a police report just in case there was somebody like going around vandalizing in the entire neighborhood. But when the officer showed up, he said that there were no other reports and we were the only people that had anything happen. So it seems like it was an intentional targeted attack. We gave them all footage we had. He interviewed like our neighbors, everything like that. There is like an official report open or investigation open, but we don't think anything will come from it. But then this entire last week, I've also been dealing with that. So I had to clean up all of the glass. We did replace the door. I didn't film it for YouTube, but I did post a series of TikToks and Instagram reels. So again, if you don't follow me on Instagram, definitely go follow me there and you can see like that entire journey, I guess, of cleaning it up, having to prep for a new door, finding a new door, and installing it, which is something Derek and I had never done before. It was quite the journey. We're happy to have that put behind us as well, and it took up a lot of time, stress, and anxiety this past week for us, and I couldn't believe it. It's been like one thing after another. I feel like bad things come in 3, so we're just kind of waiting for the third thing, the other shoe to drop. I'm hoping that doesn't actually happen, but it has been hard not to think that way because of just the crazy, like never could have guessed it type of things that have been happening with us. But yeah, so I did post like 4 to 5 reels on Instagram and TikToks, and then I posted one of them as a YouTube short yesterday, if you're watching this the same day that I'm posting, and that was like the cleanup portion of it. And then I think I might post like the replacement reel as well. I'm just not sure what day I would post it for anyone who doesn't have Instagram. But if you want to see it now and like see exactly what happened, hear all the updates, see how it turned out, then go follow me over on Instagram. My handle is just at loving life as Megan, and I think there's a period between each word, like loving period life period as period Megan. Okay, that's a lot. But anyway, that's all the updates I have to share. Thanks for hearing me ramble about all of this stuff today. There was so much garbage in Kinsley's book bag. I wanted to empty it out though because I am going to wash it along with her sports bag. I think actually I might go ahead and get that into the washer tonight. But of that entire book bag, this is all that was left in there that was not trash. I'm a little upset about this. This is a bunch of jewelry, like rings and necklaces and some kind of needle and thread, so she's gonna need to detangle that before she goes to bed. And then these are things that she used to decorate her locker, so I will probably put these in the little crate that she had in her locker so she can reuse it next year. I'm so glad that this did not explode in her book bag because it was way down at the bottom. And I'm pretty sure this goes to her Chromebook, but I haven't seen her Chromebook in a while, so I need to check with her to make sure that we don't need to take this back to the school. This is her camera. I'm almost positive she took it so that she could get pictures with her friends on the last day because she does not have a cell phone and we don't plan on getting her one until like 8th grade. We are going to read this together this summer. I'm really looking forward to that. This is an email from one of her teachers. I'm not exactly sure what all is in this binder, so I'm gonna have her go through it, and also this little notebook. I didn't want to throw it out without first asking her. The rest was obviously trash because it was like compacted into her book bag and some of it was like wet and nasty, but this was all intact, so I just wasn't sure about it. And I'm pretty sure I'm just going to save these pencils until back to school time this year. And as usual, I got an entire bag of trash out of this room. But anyway, it's been 5 hours and Kinsley's room is finally all cleaned up and completely organized. I did a little rearranging over here and I think she's going to love it. It's like a little Sol de Janeiro display since I put that personal care box on top of her new dresser. I had a lot of room to do this and a lot of room to clear off her nightstand, although I think tomorrow I'm going to have her go through some of this with me. This top drawer though is looking nice and organized and I was able to move some things around. But of course, the star of the show today was Kinsley's closet and new dresser setup. This is just so nice, so much more organized, so much more room than what she had before, and most importantly, none of these drawers are broken. I am planning on doing some rearranging before the end of summer, kind of like a mini room makeover, but on a super tight budget, under $100. But for now, this is looking a lot better. I still need to get this into the washer. I'm going to do that before I put her to bed. And an update on the living room. While I worked for 5 hours today, it does not show it in here. I feel like I didn't even make a dent because I swapped one large piece of furniture for another, but that's just how real life goes sometimes, and I hope that you are still able to enjoy today's video, get some motivation from it. We will tackle this in the next one. So if you did enjoy today, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Thanks for hanging out with me, and hopefully I see you guys in the next one. Bye.